This is GeroTheHero, and this is my review of Konosuba Season 2, Episode 5. So, Senna, the prosecutor girl, shows up and basically accuses Kasume of causing some trouble again. So, at first he's like, well, we didn't do anything, but then he thinks about it and he starts questioning all the girls. And of course, no one says anything till we get to Aqua, and she says she did a good thing in the dungeon, so she could see why there would be a problem. So of course Kasume knows that that's probably the problem, so then he volunteers to go check it out, and there's all these weird creatures that are around, and what they end up being is like, if they latch onto you, they blow up. So of course at first everybody's freaked out, but then of course Darkness jumps right into it, and she just gets bombed left and right. Doesn't affect her. She's actually able to strike each of these bombs, so it's kind of like, okay, what's going on here? Eventually they find the guy that's creating these creatures, and it ends up being a archdemon commander in the Devil King's army named Veneer, and we get his little backstory that he wants to be the boss of a dungeon and have all this dramatic things happen, but he's mad that that seal is put down because he can't do anything about it. So he wants to get rid of Aqua, so he has to get past Darkness and Kasume. What's interesting is during this little fight between them, he reveals that he can read their minds. So basically Kasume has bad thoughts about, well, I guess kinky thoughts about Darkness, and Darkness is alright with that in her mind. And of course, it goes back and forth. He keeps telling them different things that they're thinking. And it's funny because Kasume thinks she's, great looking. And at the same time, Darkness is alright with hearing that. So it just goes back and forth, and they're just embarrassed. They really can't fight him. And eventually, they think that they destroy him. But the mask is actually the part where he's actually at. So the mask goes on to Darkness, and then we have this whole ordeal of Darkness being possessed. And, it's Darkness, so of course, even though she's possessed, she kind of likes that she's being possessed. And at the same time, she is revealing her thoughts as well. What's interesting is eventually they get out, and without any warning, Aqua does her exorcism and attacks this guy. It doesn't have an effect, but Kasume puts the seal that he was going to use on Aqua's exorcism seal that she put down. So it's sealing him at the moment, but they're trying to figure out how they're going to get him out of there. And of course nothing's working. They have a plan. Kasume's going to steal the seal off her, but of course we know that doesn't really work that way. But he manages to trick them, and he uses his firepower to burn the seal. And then Darkness tries to take off the mask, but it doesn't really work. They decide to blow up Darkness to get rid of the demon, and at first you think maybe she's gone. Eventually Kasume is rewarded for defeating this demon, and also he gets his name cleared. We see that Darkness actually is still alive, but Kasume embarrasses her because everybody knows her real name, Latina, and she kind of gets embarrassed of it. We find out that she is going to get a new set of armor because her armor got blown up by Megami when she used her explosion, and that their debts are paid off, they're cleared of the previous thing, and they also have 40 million gold pieces basically to use. Now, I have a feeling that even though everything's nice and dandy now, something bad's bound to happen next. We get a little preview of what's going to happen in the next episode, and it's interesting because it looks like Kasume's actually going to get a set of armor. So he's probably going to start looking like a hero, but who knows if he's going to be acting the part. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the next episode. So like always, comment below, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you next time.